nursery of the information purification directives. You created, for the first time in all history, a garden of pure ideology, where each worker may bloom, secure from the pests of very contradictory thoughts. Our unification of thoughts is more powerful.
Steve Jobs' simple challenge was, I think Macintosh is the greatest product in the history of the world, and I want an ad that's that good. I guess the biggest hurdle was they had never spent $1 million on a commercial before, and it required a pretty big budget. Ridley Scott had just finished doing Blade Runner, and so we were using a famous director, and we were going to do something really special. So we packaged another less important commercial along with 1984 so we could get some efficiencies of production.
We shall prevail.
We did all the pre-production here, and we filmed in London, Shepperton Studios with Ridley Scott. Steve, in his classic way, was basically, said, go make it great. He didn't want to come to pre-production meetings or script consultations or casting or the shoot. He just said, go make it great. And Ridley's an amazing professional, and we had some great discussions about everything from, wardrobe to where the spot should be. At one point we were talking maybe they should be marching through the mud from Quonset huts, and that gave way to what you ultimately saw on film.
On January 24th, Apple Computer will introduce Macintosh, and you'll see why 1984 won't be like 1984.
Getting the spot approved wasn't that hard. John Scully had just joined from Pepsi, and Steve loved it, and John Scully wanted to show off and prove that he was really smart. So he said, well, I love it too, because we used to do spots like that at Pepsi. He really never did, but that's what he always said.
And our ad agency that put it together is here today. Shiat Day, Jay Shiat's here. The principal, Lee Clow and Steve Hayden, that wrote the copy and did the creative are also here. I guess they just heard what you thought.
The commercial's been talked about so many times over the years with, different people ascribing, as to what the genius of it was. I always suggest that it was a lot of things all just happening just right, with some serendipity thrown in. An amazing product, client that wants an amazing commercial, a great director, and then the Apple board saying, do not run that commercial, it's a waste of money. Doing a commercial that doesn't show the product. John Scully, who originally approved it, then decided that he hated it because the board hated it. So the reason it ran one time on the Super Bowl was because we sold off all the time that we were going to use to run the commercial many, many times, except for one 60-second window, which I think not by accident we didn't sell. And so it did run only one time, but not because we were like genius, but because we just wanted to see it run once. One of the things that I guess is the reason we talk about this commercial every year when the Super Bowl rolls around is that did kind of mark the moment in time when the expectation for the advertising on the Super Bowl was kind of ratcheted up to be as high as the expectation of the game itself. It's become something different than when we used 1984 to introduce the world of Macintosh. We truly were trying to get the attention of the world about a product they needed to know about. It's almost a waste of money to do a normal ad on the Super Bowl. It better be something trying to ring some bells and get measured on the USA Today Richter scale. I think it's okay what it's become. I think it's pretty hard to live up to the expectations. Every year it seems to be almost trying too hard. You better not try and say anything serious on the Super Bowl. You know, you'll be tuned out immediately. It better make you laugh or make you cry or something, but it better not be logical and informational. It better just be fun. 1984, the commercial was a moment in time, and I wouldn't do anything different. It ended up being, you know, what it's become, a legendary commercial. Why would I consider changing anything about it? We did comp in an iPod into the spot at a point in time, kind of for our own amusement, but changed my life, so why would I change it, for Christ's sake?